All right, so in this video we're gonna start building the category model. It's like really easy, and we're actually gonna start building the parent and child relations. Okay, so as you can see, we have the category model. It only has a title, it has a slug, and it has a header image. So let's see, we're gonna close article for now, and in here the category model, we're actually gonna create a new file. It's gonna be a Swift file, and we're actually gonna call this category model. When I write code, when I write like APIs and stuff like that, I also like to do this in iOS development. I also like to declare my data models as best as possible. And what this means, for example, we could have done this, right? Category. Category would have been a good name for the file or for the model as well. But the reason why I put model behind it is because maybe in the future I need something that is also called category, maybe DTO or something, a data transfer object. Then you have to search again. So now we actually have category model and we know what it is, right? So under there, we're going to do extension of category model. And this is going to be content. Okay, under there, static let schema is equal to, and this is going to be database schemas dot categories. And we don't have categories yet, I see. So let's go to our database schemas. And we're going to do case categories. Perfect. Then we go back to our category model. Categories dot raw value. Perfect. And now we need the field keys. So let's go to the field keys. Under there, extension. And this is going to be category model. And under there, mark category field keys. Struct field keys. And the first one is static var. That's going to be title. And the title is going to be a field key. And in here, we're going to do title. Under there, static var, slug, field key. And this is going to be slug as well. Static var. And the last one is going to be header image. Field key. Header image. Okay, so the whole idea with the category model is at this moment, the whole idea for me, I think the best thing to do for Devscorch is that we have a category which can be a parent to all the content, right? But there's also something like a subcategory. And that means that we can give categories a child, and those childs will actually be how do you say it? Yeah, the child of category model, but they will be the parent of an article. And this is going to be a little bit difficult. And I'm not sure yet how we're going to implement this, but we will code something like that on the way. Okay, so add ID. I'm not even sure if we need the braces in the end. Doesn't matter. As UUID. Then add field key. Field keys dot title. Then var title field keys dot, no, sorry, it's going to be string. And for this, we're actually going to require a title. So we're not going to make these optional. Field key, this is going to be field keys dot, what did we say? Slug. After that, var slug is equal to string. And last but not least, add field header, oh, key, field keys, dot header image, course model. Oh, wait a second. We need capital K. Okay. Header image. Yes, now it is okay. Var header image is equal to URL. So the header image, I'm not really sure if we need one, but actually, when you have like the design in mind, which I have for Devscorch, I think we're actually not gonna make this an optional, because if we just give the value, or we make sure that we have an image, we don't have to call it, but it's still in the database. First, let's make a comment, mark database, schema, and under there, another one, mark variables. So just in case if somebody ever is going to read our code. Okay, so let's see, URL, yes. After that, we're going to need an empty init. And under there, we're going to initialize everything which we need. And that's going to be ID of UID is optional, is equal to nil. Then we have title is string. After that, we have slug is string. And last but not least is header image is equal to URL. Okay, let's connect these. Self.id is equal to ID. Self.title is equal to title. Self.header image is equal to header image. Okay, so now we're actually gonna need to create the connection. Let me check the thingy really quick. Okay, so we have articles, but we also have course model, right? And I'm not sure if we want to put course model also under a category. And the reason why is because it's separated anyway. The both systems are separated, so we don't really need to do this. But on the other hand, it would be really nice to put it on a category model as well, because maybe in the future I want to provide more than only iOS courses or iOS videos. That way we can actually split that in two as well. And then I don't need to code it later myself. We're gonna think about that. So first we're gonna go to article model. And let me see. Here we have categories, right? You see this one? So what we're actually gonna do, we gonna uncomment this, and we're gonna change field to parent. And that's gonna be an ID. So field categories. After that, we're gonna do a var category, and this is gonna be category model dot ID, if I'm not mistaken. No, just category model. And this is actually automatically gonna adopt the ID of the model, right? But we can actually, what if we have something that has multiple categories? So you know what? Let's make this an array of category model. I think that is a better way of doing this, because this way we can actually save categories into an array. And when you have like an article that is about Swift, about iOS, but also about Swift UI, you can actually connect all three of the models to that article. Yes, that's what we're gonna do. So at the end of here, publish date, we're actually gonna call category, and this is gonna be category model like this. Perfect. And under there, we're actually gonna initialize it. Let me see how they initialize it in the, yeah, okay. That's gonna be, I think, self dot, then we're gonna call the $. It's gonna be category dot ID, probably. Yes, dot ID, is equal to category model, probably. No, to category. All right, let me check this really quick. Category. Yeah, okay. So this is actually all right because it's both in both systems. It's an array. Okay, perfect. So we did this article model, and you know what? Let's also do this for category for course model as well, because I actually want course model to be part of the article model or of the category system. And later we're gonna implement this to podcast and to section model as well. I think that would be the best way to go with this. And maybe if we do it like this, right? Like when we work with the category model, we actually don't need to create a podcast model. Yeah, this is something I haven't thought about yet, because that way we can actually add in articles, but instead of the complete content, we just add in the podcast URL. Let me check this really quick. Podcast model is title, mp3, header, image, episode, ID, created, ad, author. Yes, we actually don't need the podcast model. We can actually do everything here. We actually can put that in an article. And instead of an mp3 file, we just add like a player inside. Yes. So this is actually really interesting. This is actually how when I build something, this is actually how it works. Later you find out that a lot of stuff you don't need to do, because it's like a lot of work and you don't need to do it anymore. So in that case, the podcast model in this case doesn't make sense. So it actually saves us. It actually saves us a lot of time coding. Okay. So let's go to course model. First we need to go to field keys. Let's go to field keys really quick. Okay. So under field keys, static var, and in here we're gonna call category. It's gonna be a field key. And the field key is gonna be category. And this way we can actually connect it to a category. So this is actually pretty amazing. And after that, we go to course model. And under there, we're actually going to do parent. And this is going to be key. And this is going to be field keys dot category. Under there, var category is equal to category model. Okay. Then in here, at the end of the initializer, we're actually going to do comma category. There's going to be category model. And there's going to be no, you know what? Instead of multiple ones, we're actually just going to make one, because I don't want them. I don't want the courses to be mixed. Yes, let's do it like this. So I want to have it separately. So iOS, macOS, tvOS, we have it separately. That's better for the website, I think, and it's also better for the potential users. So after that, self dot dollar sign category is equal to, no, we need a dollar sign there, category dot ID is equal to category. Yes, perfect. Okay, so now we actually need the childs to be put on the category. And how we're gonna do that? We go back to our category model over here, and we're actually under the field. We're actually gonna do add field. No, add children for, and this is gonna be slash dot category, right? No. Slash dot dollar sign, and this is gonna be courses. Course. This is gonna be No, yeah, yes, let's make this courses like this. And then we have var courses is going to be an array. An array is going to be course model. Perfect. And we're going to give this another one. Children for, and this is going to be backslash dot dollar sign articles. And under there, we're going to do var articles double point. And this is going to be article model. Okay. Pretty cool. And yeah, so we need children for the courses, for the articles. And do we also need to initialize it? I don't think we do. No. We don't need to initialize this. So we can actually just do this. This is just so that we know it's connected. We don't need to initialize it in here. Okay, so we implemented the parent system for the category. That's actually pretty good. The children's system is implemented. We implemented it in articles. And so yeah, that's actually for what we need the category at the moment. When we're gonna build we don't need to build a podcast model as stated before, because we're actually gonna create a category named podcast, and this way we don't need to worry about this one. We're still gonna need lecture and section model, because those are gonna be only children of the course model. This means that we're not gonna put those in the category system. And let me see, tutorial model. Theoretically, we actually don't need to create the tutorial model as well, because let's see what the tutorial model has here. Tutorial model, title, instructor. Yeah, it's actually the same, huh? With tutorial, we can actually create, if we want to, of course. We can actually use the category model instead for the video tutorials. But we will look at that in another video. I'm gonna close up. It's almost midnight. Oh yeah, not almost, but I want to go to bed. And the next, let me select this really quick. So we created category. And in the next video, we're actually gonna start building the, let me check. We're actually gonna start building the section model and the video model, because those are actually gonna be part of the course system. And then we are almost fairly done, I think. Pretty cool. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy watching me build a real project that's actually going to be live someday. And I hope that you guys who are coding with me are also enjoying this. If you have any questions, make sure to hit me up on Discord. The link is down in the description, or leave a comment and I can help you there as well. So thank you for watching and see you next time.